This explainer video is brought to you by the AI Basics and Beyond Facebook group and produced by InnovaHub.ca.
Hey everyone and welcome. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for today's explainer. So today, we're diving into something that is literally changing the way we work, create, and communicate. But don't worry, we are going to navigate the whole thing entirely without the stress. We're looking at a truly fantastic resource that's designed to help you step into the world of generative AI with total confidence and clarity. So let's just get right to it.
All right, Section 1, AI without the overwhelm.
So, are you curious about AI, but honestly just feeling completely overwhelmed by the whole thing? Trust me, you are in incredibly good company. Because, while it feels like everybody online is suddenly an overnight AI expert, studies actually show the vast majority of people haven't even tried a single chatbot yet. And trying to genuinely learn how to use these tools, it can feel super confusing, really scattered, and just deeply overwhelming. Honestly, it's enough to make anyone want to just snap their laptop shut.
But I want to say this very clearly right off the bat. It is perfectly okay to feel lost. Seriously, you are not going to hear any fear-based language here about being left behind or missing some imaginary boat. Learning happens at your own pace, right? But to learn effectively, you absolutely need the right environment.
Which brings us to Section 2. Welcome to the community. Let's take a look at a really safe place to learn.
Enter the AI Basics and Beyond Facebook group. This community was built from the ground up specifically for new, beginner, and moderate users. It's essentially a safe harbor where you can figure out these tools without feeling like you need, a master's degree in computer science just to join the conversation.
Okay, Section 3. Plain language, zero hype. So, let's break this down. What exactly is generative AI? Well, put simply, it's a type of AI that creates things, like text, images, or plans, based entirely on what a person asks it to do. That's it. It's not magic, it's not taking over the world, it's just a highly capable tool that responds to your specific instructions.
Now, another incredibly important term you'll see emphasized in this group is brand agnostic. And what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means the community isn't tied to one specific AI company or product. The group is definitely not some sales funnel trying to promote just one chatbot. Instead, the focus is 100% on learning useful, adaptable skills that you can take and apply across any platform or assistant you want.
And the basic currency for using literally any of those tools is a prompt. It sounds technical, but it's really just the instruction, question, or request you give to the AI. Honestly, if you know how to ask a question, you already know how to write a prompt.
Now, what's really cool is that the group operates on a really strict set of values. If you look at this contrast, on one hand, it's a friendly, brand-agnostic space that is totally committed to plain language. But on the flip side, it actively shuts down the hype, any rudeness, and heavy jargon. It is absolutely not about debating complex machine learning models. It's just about getting practical help.
All right, moving on to Section 4, Practical Learning in Action.
So here's how this actually plays out day to day. It's a super common journey. First, a beginner uses an AI assistant, but they just keep getting these vague, unhelpful answers. Totally frustrating, right? So step 2, they go to the group and ask how to improve their prompt. Then, step 3, members jump in with really practical tweaks, like, hey, try adding more context, or tell it what format you want. And finally, step 4, the member tries again and gets a way better result. That's constructive community feedback doing its thing.
And this shared learning, it applies to all sorts of normal, everyday tasks. Members are in there figuring out how to use AI for writing messages, summarizing messy meeting notes, planning out complex projects, or even creating image prompts. It is all about making your day-to-day life just a little bit easier and more efficient.
But, and this is a big but, we've got to be realistic here. While AI tools are incredibly helpful, they are not flawless, not even close. You always have to use your own judgment. Verify important information, and please, never treat AI responses as automatically correct. The group is really great about teaching you how to be a smart, discerning user, rather than just a passive one.
Which brings us to Section 5, Observe, Ask, and Grow.
Now, you can absolutely start by just quietly reading posts in the background. That is totally fine. But there is just immense value in active participation. The group operates on one absolute golden rule. There are no foolish questions when someone is honestly trying to learn. I love that. Snarky or dismissive comments simply aren't allowed. You are allowed to be a beginner here, plain and simple.
So if you're finding this helpful, here is exactly what you should do next. First, make sure you like and subscribe to InnovaHub Explains on YouTube so you don't miss any more plain language explainers just like this one. Next, go and join the AI Basics and Beyond Facebook group. And please remember, while observing is a great way to start, actually participating and asking questions is what truly accelerates your learning and builds that confidence.
Which leaves us with one final thought. You really don't have to navigate this technology alone, and you certainly don't need to be an expert to just get started. So, are you ready to build your AI confidence today? Take that first step, jump into the discussion, and honestly, I guarantee you'll be amazed at what you can learn when you've got a supportive community backing you up. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you in the group.